Well, I was gonna start my video there, but they kind of came over, and yeah, it would have been weird if I was talking to myself just like that. So, what's going on, guys? Right on the job, crossing the G-Dub today on a nice October morning. No, it's still, yeah, it's afternoon now. It's 12:05. Still feel like morning though. So today's plan is to just ride up to the state line and come back down. Nothing too interesting, nothing too crazy. This is probably my fourth or fifth time. Fourth or fifth time over the bridge this year. In 2019, complete wrong side of the road. In 2019, I touched this bridge not one time, I believe. Thanks. 2020 though, thanks to the pandemic, I've been riding a lot more often. So yeah, there's that. So for those of you who are not familiar with the Northeast, this is the George Washington Bridge. It takes you from New York to New Jersey. So that's New Jersey right ahead of us and New York behind us. Really windy up here today. Hopefully you guys could hear me. But the bridge really takes you from Manhattan to Fort Lee. And the toll, you only pay a toll to come into New York. That's only $17, I believe. Might get a little bit of a deal with the Easy Pass. We have Easy Pass. I think the West Coast has Fast Track or something like that. Always a headwind on this bridge, Jersey bound. Always, always, always. But it's a nice tailwind when you come back, thanks to the traffic, I guess. These are suicide fences. As you can see, they're really trying to make sure no one jumps over. Alright, someone's coming. Yep. No one's coming, good. Well, I guess summer's officially over. I mean, you got some people like this guy coming up, still wearing shorts, as if it's still a warm day. When I left home, it was 52 degrees. Kind of cold for me. I'm decked out in long gear. I got my Under Armour shirt on. That's really good when it's about 50 or even down into the 40s. This lady's straight up short sleeves today. Yeah. Short sleeve top and bottom. The perfect spot to stop. Yeah. Now if I just started coughing there, I would be the bad guy. If I was brave enough, I would go down, keep going down, loop around, and take River Road. I don't feel like dealing with the rolling hills today though. But I want to take this little detour that has been on my Instagram ever so often and show it to you guys. Anytime I come to Jersey, I have to come here. Such a nice view of the bridge. All right, now on to the state line. Gonna take 9W up there, pretty much the state line. So we're in New Jersey now. And if you Google Palisades Parkway would take you back into New York on the other side of the Hudson River. So we're going pretty much to run parallel to the parkway for the most part, get up to the state line to where Columbia University has its research facility and turn back. That's pretty much what the plan is today. I don't feel like dealing with that massive 40-mile-an-hour downhill, aka 5-mile-an-hour uphill. Not in the mood for all that today. I was here not too long ago. Oh, 2 weeks ago today, actually. Pretty nice little restaurant. strictly bikes, this is the meetup spot, man. For everyone who's coming out here to Jersey to ride, everyone meets up there with their buddies. My man got a little suitcase behind him. That's cool. It gets so cold going down those downhills, man. Man. Feels good to be out though, even though summer is officially over. A nice little e-bike you got there. Give me a little break, lady. Thank you. This is where you're gonna earn your money. 2 lanes and almost nowhere for you to go on the bike. So it's kind of like this for a minute, and then it goes to 1 lane each way. You get a nice shoulder. Alright, go time. Here we go, 2 lanes to 1 finally. Gets that much safer. So we got about 6 miles or so till we get up to the state line, and you know, let's kind of review this summer. So pandemic hits, I start working from home March 20th, around there, at 235 pounds. And you know, I kind of got to a point where I was like, I need to lose a little weight. So I bought a new bike. Buying a new bike's been on my radar for a bit. Ivan, who I ride with, had a giant TCR, recently sold it. That year, what it was, you know, 2017-ish. And I always liked that bike. I've always liked how it looked. Would have bought it from him, but definitely a bit too small for me. I think it was too small for him too. And I'm a little taller than him. So it wouldn't have worked either way. So I buy this bike, giant TCR, 2020. The guy at the shop hooked me up. You know, I got it from Ride Brooklyn. He hooked me up. I was looking for the 2019. He said, we don't have it. We got the 2020. We'll order it for you, but we'll give you the 2019 price. So it knocked off about $100. Percentage wise, not a huge discount, but it's $100. So I picked up the bike May 1st, and for the month of May, try to get like, you know, 80 miles a week or so. Now I knew from 2018, if I rode 120 miles a week, I could drop about 2 pounds a week. So I did that. I did about 120 miles a week. Then I started elevating it. I got it up to 200 a week, 30 a day. And I was just getting my ass whooped out there. And you know, now it's October. I'm just not editing videos from June, when I was still like 230, 220. And I'm just like, why am I out of breath going up that hill? So it's amazing how cycling could really slim you down. More importantly, I changed up my diet. I talked about this in a video like a month or so ago, how I would eat. I got like some gravel up here. Yeah, the thing about being out here is you get a lot of shade, a lot of sun, and you miss those gravel traps. So I talked about my diet in a previous video. Smoothie for breakfast or cream of wheat. Eat whatever for lunch. Usually, look at this nice little pack right here. Usually chicken and rice, that type of stuff my mom would make. And for dinner, after that, you know, I would go for my ride, 30 miles. Sometimes I'll bump it up to 35 if I was low on climbing for the day, like if I do my Jamaica loop. And come back home, have some grapes for dinner. Grapes, the fruit. I guess the way I say grapes sound like grits. Maybe the wind was hitting my mic at the time in the last video. But grapes, the fruit, I'll have that for dinner, like a pound and a half, and I'll be good for the day. So I would consume about, I don't know, 1,800 calories a day, but I was easily burning off like 3,500 calories a day. And I just did that, and I stayed consistent with it, and it was very boring, honestly. It was probably the most boring thing I've ever done, but the results show. So for anyone out there trying to lose weight, the steps you'll take to lose weight will be very boring, repetitive, tedious. You're eating the same crap every day. You're eating food that initially in your first week you feel doesn't fill you, or you want to eat some greasy stuff or whatever. You're riding the same routes day after day after day. Sometimes you're not in the mood to do 30 miles, you just want to do 10 or 15. But you know, if you want to lose that weight, you better get on that bicycle and do the full 30. And you better not shortcut the route either. Like change it up so you get less climbing. You need to burn the calories. So that's just my piece of advice to everyone, man. It's gonna be boring. Anyone who loses weight, maybe they'll agree, maybe they'll disagree. Then again, I was losing weight so fast that it was probably considered unhealthy by a medical professional. Actually, I do know a doctor, and I told her about it, and she was like, wow, that's a lot of weight you lost very quickly. I was losing about 4 or 5 pounds a week doing that little that diet, but it got me to where I wanted to be, which is about 204 now. Now I have a wedding coming up a week into November. Maybe I could get my ass under 200 and kind of chill out there. So we'll see. I've really scaled back on the heavy fruit diet. I'm just kind of good where I am, and actually my jerseys were kind of loose, so I'm riding, I hit a bump, and I think like my wallet is gonna fall out, my keys, my phone, God forbid my mask fall out my pocket. What would I do then? I can't enter any stores. So I would really be kind of concerned about that. So if I could keep the weight off for the most part during the winter, you know, everyone gains weight in the winter, burn it off early spring, roll into late May, June at a decent weight, maybe I could buy some new gear. These trees look very nice, by the way. I always tell people first week of October is the best time to go and hit Westchester County. I know we're not in Westchester County, but we're more or less, you know, at the same line of latitude. Hit Westchester County, or I guess come over to Jersey on 9W and just look at the trees. I think we're a little too late. A lot of these trees are looking bare, but you know what? Still looks good. signal's gonna mess us up, man. Gonna have to give it a little bit of brakes. Yeah, this is gonna suck. This downhill usually brings me right back up pretty easy. Had to give it a little bit of brakes so we don't run in the back of anyone here. Columbia University. Here's their uptown campus. Still in Jersey though. Well, the entrance is in Jersey. And once we pass this line, bam, back in New York. You turn it. So that's the 40-mile-an-hour downhill that I don't feel like dealing with today. I'm gonna pull over up here and take a quick little break.